Seriously, good. Let's get off that.
I was gonna bring my light too, but let's see. Oh man. Okay. I wonder if. Hi.
Wait.
Aha!
It's kind of yellow.
I know, but are we? Is it we or is it?
Hello.
Look at us. We're live. Who's here? Does anyone want to talk to us?
Any questions?
Come on, bring it on. Come on. How do you make this bigger? Who wants to know what we're doing?
Hi. Who's that? Somebody's there.
What? Oh, we lost them already.
They're like, what the fuck's this? Sorry.
Oh my god.
Yes. We're going live.
Okay. Anyway,
We're practicing.
checking how it's working.
Mhm.
Yeah. You want to come on? This is Melissa. She can answer your questions.
Give me a question. I'll answer. Do my
Welcome
best.
to live chat. Okay. Let's see here.
We're quite golden. We look
I
like
know,
Oompa Loompas.
But I'm wondering if, like, if we lighten or darken the screen, how it's gonna work here. And then if we had like a light here, you know,
Mhm.
what does this say? Share. Might mute. What's this?
Volume?
Okay, yeah. No.
Well,
Maybe that's. If we talk loud, is it get loud?
Yes,
Okay.
it's volume indicator.
That's what that is.
Thanks for that.
You're welcome. Too funny. So I bet you because we didn't have this black backlight, it would be different.
Right. If we were in our normal spot and we had it set up on a table or something.
Well, but then we also have somewhat backlit over there.
What I do when I'm on a Zoom call is I turn this way and it gets this. Like if we were-
Right. So it's not so.
Yeah.
See, I already put it.
Yeah. It's a little better. Like I can't get over any further. This is my microwave.
Welcome to the
If
microwave.
I had the other chair, I had the other stool,
Yeah, that's better already.
it's a little better.
What else?
Because
is
I've
it?
experimented with Zoom.
Right.
Oh, don't worry, that's the screw. This
Don't
has a
worry,
screw
it's
loose.
breaking
The
screws.
screws are falling out. It's from
Too funny. All right. Okay, here we are. My name's Brandy.
Melissa. And
Welcome to our live.
yes.
Today, we are going to talk about 2024.
Mhm.
We are going on a trip. Road trip.
Road trip.
Woo! We are going to come to a town near you, college, high school, grade school, crystal shop,
Mm-hmm.
and we're going to talk about what I wish I knew when I was younger. And not only that, but, for people who are older like me, who still are confused as to what are they doing with their life?
Mhm.
What am I doing with my life? How am I going to have better relationships with other people in my life? So all the things that I've learned in the last year traveling in my RV, again, go back to all the tips for healing, how to relate with other people, human design, let's go over astrology, let's go over past lives, all that fun stuff.
Yeah. Really learning about yourself.
Yeah.
It's really, I thought of this idea of rare, raw, and real. We want to get real. Like really understand yourself. Really dive down deep. What makes you tick? Why did you come here? What are you going to do? What lights you up? What drains your energy? Like
Right.
it really, I lived a certain life up until this point, and then I've done a complete flip. I'm not doing the same things anymore. So if I knew then what I know now, would I have done it differently? Maybe. But, it's just, you learn as you go. You learn when you're supposed to learn.
Right. I agree with that.
So,
I mean, if I hadn't had all my struggles in my life, we can go over that laundry list someday. If I hadn't had all those struggles, I wouldn't have wound up here in Flagler Beach. And everything that has happened in my life to go that I took off in an RV and was like, I'm going to work on me. Like, This is it. This is my time. This is my Chiron return, by the way. You're the rabbit. I know. How is this happening? It's both our Chiron returns.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're the rabbit. Oh my gosh. Venus and Leo. I mean, I really wanted an astrologist to really look at my chart and go, whew.
Calling all astrologers.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's
Be
do
like-
a trade.
You can, like the other day with that one guy, with Robert, he said that he would never put someone's chart on blast. And I'm like, oh, you can put my chart on blast because I would love to know about if you can just look at my chart and go, oh, that girl's going to have a lot of issues or a lot of mental health problems or a lot of mental problems if she doesn't understand who she is.
Mhm.
Period. Yeah.
And I always go back to my work with the little kids, but I was reading a book the other day. Is what do you do with the problem? Right?
Yeah.
And I had forgotten about the book, and I'm reading the book to the kids, and I'm like, I wonder how this ends. What do you do with the problem? Because it kept getting bigger, and they would
Right.
worry, and it's like inside the problem, there's always an opportunity. So every problem we've ever had, everything we've ever faced, inside of that is an opportunity to learn more about yourself. Inside all of it is a gift to learn something more about yourself and to rise above and become stronger and be able to help others. So this journey is about, finding the gifts in all of the experiences that you've had, that I've had, and then sharing them with others, because that's the gift. That's why we had them. That's why we chose them.
Yeah, that's why I chose this meat suit to have all the problems that I had and have. It's like I chose this meat suit, but yet, can go over my body issues and all those types of things. But I chose this. Yeah.
Yeah, let's go over the body issues. That could be one of the topics too.
Yeah.
Because what we'd like to do is go into a space, really work, give a presentation, but really work with people, being vulnerable and authentic and really talking, because that's something that's lacking. I feel like just go in and be able to be in a space where you can say anything and not be judged.
Yeah.
And that's the goal, to hold space and not judge and give people, young women, maybe young men, whoever, older women, the opportunity just to be seen.
Yeah.
To see you.
Yeah. Totally be seen. And then, not only that, but again, for me, obviously we're women, so our focus would be to talk to other women. And anywhere from, I would say for me personally, would be like high school age to, when I look at some women commenting on YouTube, they're still commenting and they're like, I'm 60, 70 years old. And I'm so thankful that you, not me, but somebody who they're looking at on YouTube is talking about what they're talking about, because they're still learning, and look at me, I'm 48 years old, and I'm finally in a point in my life where I'm like, I'm getting it. I get it. I'm finally getting it, and I'm 48. Been struggling up my whole life till this point. Migraines, mental health problems, anxiety, depression, body issues, which I'm an ex-fitness model. So, really, I still had all those problems.
Yeah. And my issues come from trauma. So I have body issues, self-esteem issues, all stemming from childhood traumas. So, and I can see myself working with all ages. So even with the little ones, because the way I see people, it's like I see you in your highest self. I see people in their highest self. I see you as the being that you are, being that chose to come here and experience Earth. So whether you're 5 years old or 85 years old, to me, you are this higher being that made some choices to come here and gave yourself some experiences. And why did you choose it? And what are the gifts in it? And how are you going to grow? No matter what age.
Yeah. Well, Melissa is a ex-teacher. She's an intuitive channel writer, a projector. So we talk about human design, 4-2, right?
2-4.
2-4 projector. I am a manifesting generator. I'm a 3-5. But I come from a different world. I'm an ex-fitness model. I've done reality TV, commercial modeling. I did a lot of stuff. But I always had issues with how I looked or my body. And so it was every job that I booked, I go, I guess I'm okay. You know, like, but it was just an interesting thing to be in that world and in that space in book jobs, but always have issues.
Mhm.
And so then I was always fighting to look better or be better or whatever it was. But yeah.
I've dabbled in modeling. I didn't do it professionally, but I've done shoots and I've done, had my picture taken many times. And it's, you go in and it's that same thing. It's like you get the picture taken and then they kind of make you look beautiful. And so it's a validation. I was showing you, like, oh yeah, I'm not that bad.
Well, here's the thing. These days,
They
we
go
have
like,
so much easier in the filters and the editing. No, my modeling days were Polaroid still. Like back in my beginning days when I was like 18 years old and they did a headshot, they literally were using whiteout on our black and white photo for editing or like to make it look better and then copying that one. We're fast forward to now where you just have so many easy apps on your phone to just look like a dog or a cat, or you're so cute, or you got lips. There's so much difference now. It blows my mind.
another avenue I went down were pageants. Did you do pageants?
Yeah, I
I did pageants.
I have to pull out those photos.
Oh yeah.
I only did like a couple pageants, but I really wanted to again. Why didn't I ever win?
Yeah.
Why was I not a winner?
I came close.
Why didn't I get Miss Photogenic? Like, actually, the last pageant I did was after my kids went into their private school, and I got some of the moms to go with me, and we all went to like Santa Barbara, and you just kind of signed up for the pageant, and then I was Miss Orange Park Acre. So I decided my own title, but it was for like a smaller Miss California type thing. But yeah, it was, I always just wanted to do it and like, I don't know, let me just always be top 5, top 10. So like even in my fitness days, it was top 10-ish, that type of stuff.
Well, this was teenage for me. So it was Miss Maine Teen USA. So if you won Miss Maine Teen, you get to go to the national pageant on TV. So I did it 2 years, and I got second runner-up twice.
Where's those photos? You have those photos on your phone? You gotta find those photos.
No,
Yeah.
I don't even know if I don't think I have those photos.
Someone has to have those
They
photos.
must be somewhere, yeah. My daughter might have them in the bucket. In the bucket. In Maine, there's a bucket.
We're gonna go to Maine on our road trip, so we're gonna find these things. We're gonna find these photos.
Yeah, there might be some in there.
Oh my god.
Because I was like 15 for the first one and maybe 16 or 17 for the second one. And I had to borrow dresses. Like I didn't have any dresses to wear, like gowns, and I borrowed it all.
I think I went to Macy's for my dress and I got yellow. Yellow's been oh my god, I think that's so weird. So when I got to Flagler, I was like, if I'm supposed to stay in Flagler Beach, show me a yellow car. Like yellow has been a thing for me, and it's like just comes to now, and I go, oh my god, yeah. Bees have been on my trip, and it's yellow and not mentioned. So then I'm like, Flagler Beach yellow. Never seen so many yellow cars in my life since I've got to Flagler Beach.
Flagler Beach has a way of, maybe it's anywhere, but it feels like here, has a way of bringing you things. The ocean has a way of bringing you what you ask for in whatever form.
My FBGs, I call them the Flagler Beach gods over here.
Mm-hmm.
They literally just suck you in and then spit you out, apparently.
Yeah, you can only stay so long.
Oh my god. Especially if you're not from here, you're like sucked in. And then
And you get into a loop here and a loop there, and then it goes bye-bye.
oh my god. Then the reptilians show up. That's a whole other episode. Your past lives. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And
much.
it is amazing too. Like that's another subject, but like just meeting people and realizing you've had past lives with them. I always say people are portals. You meet a person, it's a portal to an opportunity or a portal to healing. Yeah. And so the different people I've met, some of them I've had past lives with, others not, but it's fascinating what comes up. And it's like, whoa.
Totally. Like my life
crazy.
Been fascinating, but once I got to Flagler Beach and of course met Melissa.
Oh, sorry.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's just mind-blowing. Like when you start to really look at your life and you start to pay attention to what is going on around you. Like, what are the things that I'm finding on the beach, which was picking up shovels nonstop for a minute, you know, and just looking about, everything, you know, truly does mean something. And like the other day, I was actually reading Elizabeth April's book that I borrowed from her, and about synchronicities and those types of things. And does everything have to mean something? She was saying, because like her partner, you know, like broke something. And, you know, of course, Elizabeth looks at her and is like, you know, it's one of those, what do you think that means? Why did this happen? And she's like, you know, her partner's like, does everything have to have a meaning or this or that or whatever? And it's like, kind of does a lot. I mean, yeah.
I see so many things, you know, like for me, I was just talking to Brandy about loops. I've noticed like different loops I've been in my life, these patterns. And since I got here, I'm going through similar loops. They've just become smaller. And I can sit back and go, wow, I did that already. It was different people in a different time, but I did that. And now I'm doing it again. And it's like, I'm doing it again. And it's like, but it was shorter this time. And that's happened so much.
Right.
It's really.
And again, it's like learning lessons in life. They same thing, like repeating the lesson over and over again until you get it. Like, especially with relationships with men would be my issue. And it's like repeating the same thing over and over and over until you get it or until you let go. Being in that loop of like, process things so much faster now. Like I can get into something and go, and feel it, transmute it, and go, I'm over it. So much faster.
And to see those circles. And I always say, I had a friend that I was, you know, talking a lot to, and like you going into a situation, how are you going to do it differently this time? Like, I've been here, I've done this, why am I going back? Because you see it now and you've got to go through it differently. You've got to walk through it with new eyes. And you've got to do something you didn't do last time to show how much you've grown. And it's like, that makes me wonder if I'm doing that. No.
I think, like, you know,
listen to myself.
Again, there's days where it's really good and days where it's probably not so good. Again, you know, healing is a lifetime journey.
And it's true about the feeling. Like, I don't know, sometimes lately I've just been crying and I have no idea why I'm crying. I'm just crying. What's coming out? Something's coming out, something old. Who knows? I don't always try to track it down. I'm just like, I'm watching a movie and this triggers me and I'm crying and just chalk it up to a past life, or this is something, I'm just going to cry about it and let it go.
Did you watch E.T. and cry?
I cried it.
But I want to talk about E.T. I remember the movie E.T. at the drive-thru and going, I think I have cried. It was a drive-in. Yeah, did I say drive-thru? I was driving through as a child. I was so young.
E.T. was definitely, I cry at all those things. And that's why, like, too, movies come to me. Movie scenes help me explain a lot of what I see from spirit. They'll always show me a scene from a movie. And most of my movies are like 80s movies.
Love 80s music
right?
too. Love 80s music. 80s music.
So, I get those images all the time. So, I cried in 18.
I was just curious. Like, how did you feel? Because we're all aliens. Did you feel connected?
But it was also a different time.
To
yeah, for me, it was different time.
You're like, E.T. I was like, oh, E.T.
Oh, no.
Oh, it's too funny. Well, we had a great time today on our live. Woo! Live number 2, and hopefully this one's in focus, you know. But yeah, you never know what's going on around here.
Every problem, there's an opportunity. So if it didn't work, there's an opportunity to learn.
Yeah. Don't mind the first few minutes of, you know what, trying to figure this out. We're going to get it together. And we're going to take a road trip. So next year, coming to you. We're coming to a town near you.
Yes, we are.
That's too funny. My name is Brandy, and my YouTube is Trip for Healing.
My name is Melissa, and my YouTube is at Light Girl Rising.
Bye. That's funny. I mean, you know, we can always just take bits and pieces. I think of your streams too. You know what I mean? Be like, your stream will stop immediately. We'll no longer be live. Oh, wait, are we still live?